Okay? Using your situation to serve somebody. That right there, what he just said is somebody should get a plaque.
Come on here.
Just put training and let them see
That's
it.
right.
That's what you're talking about. We're talking about serving somebody. That's what God's all about.
That's right.
Serving somebody else.
Yep.
And you're not even, you know what you came through, but you learn from mistakes. So somebody else.
Yeah.
That's one thing this ministry is all about right here. Serving somebody else. I ain't got to get up here and preach.
Yeah.
Okay, God sent me after the gifted folks.
Yes.
Don't sit my butt, but give them a platform to come do it because a lot of folks won't do it.
That's right.
Okay, and I know, and I want God to send me to the people that want to do it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that's why it wasn't time yet.
Yeah.
Now it was time.
Yeah.
Because we're going to see this all over the place.
Yeah.
Everybody got to hear this.
Yeah.
This right here, you're talking about testimony. That's why it's called from the mud.
Yes.
You have come from the mud.
Yes.
And God cleaned it off.
Yes.
Look at the blessings behind it.
Yes.
Amen.
Amen.
I'm trying to cry up here, boy. I tell you what, we got another speaker coming up. Another brother I met through Pastor Taylor. You know, just going to the church, mind my own business. You know, gonna go there support another brother. But, and the thing about it, before this man come up here, there was a lot of other priests in there, a whole bunch of them. The Holy Spirit showed me that one. Okay. And I'm looking around. No, that one. Okay. And the same thing with Wayne G. I said, hey man, I got a ministry. Because he was all excited because he knew Taylor. He hadn't seen him in a while. And I told him, I said, hey man, I got this organization called the Oak Cliff Evangelistic Outreach Fellowship. I'm looking for gifted people, man. Come over here with us. And just you know, whatever you want to say or whatever you want to do. Because you know, he's a pastor. And he didn't hesitate. I said, yeah, man. Yeah. He said, I know you, man. I know you. You know. He said, okay, you do. Okay. But just like Wayne, his heart was, hey, let's do whatever, man. And every time I call him, I say, man, look here, man, you need me, man. Just let me know. I said, okay, bro. I got you. So his name is Al McGill. He's gifted. I've seen the spirit in it. It's in it. You know, because testimony is going to do one or two things with testimony. They're gonna help you or they're going to destroy you.
Yeah.
Okay? But when you get on the other side of maturity, when it comes to Christianity, you use your testimony as a weapon.
Yes.
And you let folks know what the goodness of God is. And it'll help somebody because they say, wait a minute, that brother went through the ways, you went through that, Arm McGill went through that, Pastor Taylor went through that. Wait a minute. If God could turn it around, he can turn it around too. That's what it's all about. Don't sit on your testimonies. Okay? Now you decide what you're going to tell folks in regards to your business. You don't sell your testimony.
That's right.
Okay, because folk got to see what a recovery looks like.
Yeah.
They got to see.
Yeah.
Amen. So we move out the way. This man of God, he loves God. He's always excited about serving. He's never turned me down when I asked him. He never turned me down when I said this. He said, man, look, I got a procedure I got to go through, man. He said, but if I can get there, I'm going to be there. Well, he here. He wrapped up, but he here.
Yeah.
Amen. So without further ado, Pastor Al McGill.
Thank you for that introduction. So when you got saying that, you got me looking around. I thought I was next. But first, giving all praises to God. You know, a lot of times we say give our praises to God, and don't get me wrong, we selfish about a lot of things, but we ain't selfish about God. And when I say God, well, who are you talking about when you say God? Let's talk about Jesus. Because when you say God, a lot of people serve a lot of different gods. So you got to really watch when you say give our praises to God and somebody agree with you. Specify what God that you're talking about to make sure, first of all, y'all on the same page before y'all start getting praised. Because you will find yourself with some demons around you that you didn't have on your way to Sunday. Y'all know, when you picked up Aunt Dorothy in the court. Getting our praise to God to my dad, man, my mentor, one of my ex, man, pastor, United Missionary Baptist Church. I'm the youth pastor, by the way. They be saying pastor. Don't give me that title, because I don't like black folks like that. I'm just playing those black. But this is my pastor right here. My dad, man, raised me from 5 years old right there. Of course, y'all know my boy, my hood boy, Apostle Paul over there, you know. Man, I got church minds. I know this. The fact to know that me and Rhonda. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I've been dealing with this woman for years, and I just found out her name was Rhonda. I'm not playing. We done did everything together. Let me say that. We done did everything together. And I only knew chicken. And when they said her name was Rhonda, I was like, Rhonda?
Right.
You say chicken, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But, child, family, friend, I promise not to be before you long, very familiar pastor. To the shepherd of this house. This family right here, found out this family right here.
Yeah.
To the shepherd of this house, man, the angel of this house, man. And to the, man, that's why you're so tall, because you got a big heart, man. God has to make you taller to try to fit that heart, man. You're great, man. You're great, man. To you, man, great story, man. But before we start, can we go get some praises in this place? Come on. Basketball game and they be trying to get the crowd. Yeah, I know if I could be up here with a big old pop-pop on, I know y'all can make some yeah, surgery and looking like Popeye one come on. A very familiar passage. If you go to the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 9, 20 through 22, the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 9, 20 through 22. A very familiar passage. Very familiar passage. When you gotta say, man, if you need a little more time, just say, give me just a little more time. So y'all can add me that, but don't add you that. It's gonna be too late. You better add right when he hears you. Yeah, give you a little more time. And it's okay to have some fun with the word of God.
Yes.
Yeah, we always so serious. We're going to hell. Where you going? Amen?
Amen.
And to read. And, behold, a woman was diseased with an issue of blood, 12 years, came behind him and touched the hem of his garment. For she said within herself, if I will touch his garment, I shall be whole. But Jesus turned him about, and when he saw her, he said, daughter, be of good comfort, thy faith hath made thee whole. And the woman was made whole from that hour. May God have listened to the readers and heard the doers of his holy divine word.
Yes.
I was saying, what can I really just put on this to just make somebody be like, back in the day, on City Hall used to come on, and he said some things that make you say, y'all old school people don't talk about it. I'm saying, it's about a woman that had issues and this and that. So what can you bring out in this text that some people maybe miss sometimes? To show you just really how good God is. Come on. Well, first of all, let's put a title on. Can I just talk about him? Amen. Him. Can I talk about him? Let's talk about him. Let's do it. Let me bring y'all down to the text of this reference. In the text, it's a woman had an issue of blood for 12 long years. And back then, if you was with 7 days of a woman being on her menstrual cycle, you was considered unclean. You were exiled out of the city. Your husband or nobody can be around you. But the woman had a little money though. Because if you really study the text, you say that the woman had went to different doctors. And every doctor she went to, they would, see back then, I just want to tell y'all something. Them old remedies still work.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Because back then, what they did was when you got sick, they put herbs and things together to cure you back then.
Yeah.
It wasn't no penicillin. It wasn't none of that back then. It was herbs from the ground that they gave you to heal you back then. So she went to all the doctors to work first about, number one, can I talk about she was broke? Because they said she went everywhere. All these doctors, and they studied getting the herb, but they might have worked for somebody else.
Yeah.
But they didn't work for her. That's why I tell people, watch who medicine you take.
Come on. Yeah.
Because that medicine might work for them, but it may not have the same effect on you.
Yeah.
But what you saying, watch who people you hang around.
Come on. That part. Come on.
So it's just like that same medicine.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But we'll get to that later on. But back to the text. I get excited talking about the Lord. Y'all know that? I see y'all flopping around. Yeah. But the woman, 12 years. You know, we so quick when we get this text to jump to the point to where she touched the hem of the garment.
Yeah.
Back up, but did you not hear for 12 years?
Yeah. Come on.
This woman bled. Let me bring out something right there. She was broke. Now once you get broke, what's your next step? I think Brandy wrote a song about her one year called Broken Hearted. So now the doctor done told her, I done did all that I can do. We done gave y'all the herbs we got. You done went to Baylor, you done went to Parkland, you went to Charleston. You done went to Baylor Southwest, you done went to Memphis, you done went everywhere. We can't do nothing else for you.
Yeah.
Make it plain,
Yeah.
Doc.
Now she broken hearted.
Amen.
But this all started with an issue.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
What is your issue? I hear you.
Let me preach it, Dad. Help me preach.
What is your issue? Talk to us, Doc.
Somebody here got an issue. It may not be of blood.
Yeah.
It might be of love.
Talk to
But
us.
somebody may not know how to
Come on,
love.
son. Come on, son.
Talking, Doc.
Make the
Somebody may
footprint.
have
Make
an
the
issue
footprint, son.
of forgiveness. May not have enough forgiveness. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on,
Issue
son.
might be you may not have enough money to cover the bills that you
Come on,
got.
son.
My Lord.
Make the footprint.
But can I tell y'all a secret though? When your bills get bigger than your money, that's when your faith supposed to get bigger.
Talk, Doc.
See, you supposed to have enough faith to say, well, God, my money's right here, but my bills are right here. You supposed to have enough faith to say, well, and I'm going to give me some groceries when they get taken care of.
Speak it, doctor.
Yeah. Come on.
The woman was broke. Broken hearted. If she was broken hearted, then the woman,
At least it's
I can see myself. Can you see yourself? See, the doctor man ain't told you nothing.
Yeah.
But I done been that woman.
Yeah.
Let me just break it down. I can tell you about this text. See, a lot of times we preach them texts, but if you really can't put yourself in that text,
That's it. Come on.
you just preaching that text. But I can tell you how I live that text.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It ain't just got to be about a woman with the issue of blood. It's a bunch of men got issues too.
Come on.
I just
Yeah.
want to share that with you.
Come on.
Right now, on. Corrective surgery, because my elbow started turning around on me. Fingers messed up. 2 lung disease, supposed to be dead, because one of them you only live 3 years. My mama lived the longest with it 3 years. All my aunts and granddaddy died with it. Diagnosed with extensive lung, life expectancy 5 years. 3 different kind of arthritis. 4 spine surgery in 13 months. What made me start preaching, because they put me on my back, said I'd never walk again. I started, except my calling, the next day I started walking. See what people mess up at.
Come on, Doc. Come on, man.
See,
Come on.
when you can put yourself in the text.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
Come on, Doc.
Yes.
Come on,
Point
man.
right there. Come on.
And then this what gets me about it is though. Is that you got to be last but not leave broke down.
Yeah.
But what do you mean by broke down? God had to break you down. How can you build something up if you don't tear it down?
Come on. That's it. Yeah. Yeah.
Why not look like putting a house on top of a house?
Come on, doctor.
I hear you, son.
But I gotta break one house down. Look at what I got to work with. See, that's what we mess up at. We forget to look at what we got to work with.
Yeah. Come on, man.
But can I tell you something? What you see that you got to work with ain't the same thing that God sees what he got to
You
work
better
with.
say it. Come on.
And I give you a prime example of us as people. We smell like sardines, but they still taste good and they healthy for you.
Amen. Come on.
Somebody gonna catch that later.
Yeah, that's right. Come on.
But this woman with the issue of blood realized one thing that broke down now. First of all, for 12 years God carried her. Where did she get the blood from? Now you know in 12 years all her blood that because her blood is, women know what I'm talking about, all your blood, 12 years?
Well, yeah.
They ain't got nothing, where this blood study coming from
Yeah.
for 12 years?
I'll take it 1 year, doc. Don't need 12. You
But
right.
tell me, where's the blood coming
Come
from?
on. Yeah.
1
I
year
said-
is tough enough.
And then I started thinking about the song, Pastor Tia.
Come on, man.
Dogs,
What can make me hold again?
Come on, doc.
Yeah.
There it is, doc. I see where you're going, doc.
What's the blood?
I see where you're going.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I can hear her humming. I know it was the blood.
Yes, sir.
Then I hear her say it's the blood. They give me strength from
Yeah,
day
from
to
day
day.
to
It will
day.
never
Yeah.
lose its power.
Come on, man. Come on.
But how do you know that that blood is that strong?
Yeah.
Well, I figured it out. You know what she realized? If I could just get to the hem.
Yeah.
You see, what y'all missing about y'all think she was trying to get to the H-E-M.
Yeah.
But she was trying to get to the H-I-M. She was trying to get to the hem that was inside of the hem. Because she know if she can get to the S-O-E-N, that in her life, her S-U-N will shine again.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
But Prince, you said it was the blood that kept her going. Well, how can you prove it was the blood? It's that same blood that went. I'm going to tell y'all something I found out about people. People say, why do everything you got the Lord's Supper on? Because I get rid of clothing. You know why I do? Jesus sit at the table, ate with everybody.
Come on.
Let me explain something to you.
Come on.
We call when we get money with people that we're what eating, right?
Yeah.
Jesus ate with everybody. Jesus ate with a dude that he know was going to betray him.
Yeah.
Jesus know he had a partner that was going to deny him.
Yes, sir. Come on, doctor.
Yeah.
And had a brother that wasn't going to believe.
Yeah.
But Jesus still was the same Jesus that when they was on that ship,
Come on. Yeah.
they come to see you.
Yeah.
Ain't too bad you ain't Jesus.
Yeah.
They would have drowned that day.
Come on.
But Jesus ate with these same people.
Yeah.
Do y'all hear me?
Come on.
Come on, man.
Yes, he
That,
did.
that he walked around and healed people with.
Come on.
That's why I love the Lord's Supper. Let you
Yes.
know you can eat with anybody.
Come on
But
here.
guess what I learned?
Yeah.
Just don't get fooled.
Just.
Come on, doctor.
Come on.
See, Jesus realized that I can eat with him, but I can't be full.
That's it.
But Jesus, why come you can't be full? Because I am the food.
That's it.
That's right.
Jesus said that he loved us so much
Yes, he did.
that he said, this is what I'm going to do for you.
Yeah.
He said, and by the way, Jesus, y'all know him from the hood. I just want to let y'all know. Check your Bible. Where Jesus from is the hood. I'm just saying. So he is from, wherever hood you from, be proud of it. Don't let nobody talk about your hood.
Come on, that part right there. Yeah.
People, cause that's where Jesus from the hood. Yeah, woolly hair. His hair was nappy. Jesus had some nappy hair, but that's another story. That's what I'm saying. But this same Jesus though. The same Jesus though.
Yeah.
Loved us enough to take some nails in his hand.
Tell the story, doctor. Tell the story.
Yes.
This same Jesus
Yes.
loved us enough to take some nails in his feet.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
But back then, when they nailed you to the cross, they would lay the cross down. And there you too, and they would dig a hole. And they would dig the hole enough to support the cross. And they would sit the cross up inside the hole. So what they did was they nailed him in his hand. And they looked at him and said, you'll never, ever, ever get some more dirt and make some eyes again with these hands right here. These hands you won't do it. But then they looked at his feet and started laughing and said, they'll never walk on no more water. But they made a mistake though. So cause they had to pick him up and put him in the hole.
Yeah.
But my Bible said that if I draw all men unto me. But how do you know that it's true? Because if you really study your text, it was the thief at the cross.
Yeah.
And one said that, remember me.
Right.
And right then, did you feel the drawing coming off? Because he said, today you shall be with me in paradise.
Yeah.
He could have stopped right there.
Yeah.
Because he would let you know then that I'm still the same Jesus, got all the power that I need. Because if I can put you in heaven from earth.
Yes.
So this one gets to me about the text that I love the most is that Jesus had to die. And it was so much blood. They say it was blood. Because they were person, they say it was blood. Now I realize where the woman with the issue of blood got her extra blood from. See, the blood that Jesus lost, she caught. Somebody gonna catch her later on. See, Jesus' blood had to come down in order for her to get up. Somebody gonna catch that later on. But what I love about the text the most is that they said that once he died, they took him and put him in a borrowed tomb.
Yes, sir.
And people had a problem with the borrowed tomb. Because they were like, this Jesus, why he not in the Hilton? Or some a fashion in this. Look at the clothes you got him on. But Jesus realized one thing, like he told John, take my mama. But John didn't get you, just saying she only gonna be with you for a weekend, but that's another story. But right here, though, as we get to the part in the tomb, that Jesus realized one thing, that he had to go inside. Now imagine a rock inside of a rock sealed with a rock. So all of a sudden, the rock got moved, the rock got up, and the rock came out of the rock with all power of heaven and earth in his hand. See, y'all may not never had no issues.
My God.
Yeah.
And God forbid if you ever do.
Awesome.
But whenever the doctor can give you bad news every time you go, and all you can do is just say, thank you, Jesus.
Yeah.
Every time you go to park and they got a new diagnosis for you, and you just say, thank you, Jesus. Because I learned one thing in the years of just being here. He said one thing, Doc, you know what he said? He said, don't worry about nothing, son. My grace. My grace is sufficient enough. See, people look at me. I used to be spotted like this. But y'all know every spot got a story.
Yes.
But let me tell you something about these spots. I don't know if God don't build my body up and he turned me white, but whatever it is, I'm still going to run for Jesus.
Come on.
Thank y'all so much.
Amen.